What's up, guys? This is my match recap and player ratings from yesterday's game against Aston Villa. Now, excuse the lighting in this, it's a bit poor, but I just needed to get the video done. It's been a very busy day. It's been one of them days where things have just been going wrong and stuff. So, but match recap for yesterday's game. Aston Villa 2, Manchester United 2, in a game where we should have won. We were 2-0 up and threw it away. You will see from the title of the video, we're not in a good situation. We're really not. This is nothing new though. It's just disheartening when you think that you're getting a bit of progress and then it bites you again. So we couldn't hold a lead if we were dog walkers. Now that's going to be the title of the video because it's true. We throw away 3 points that we should have won and kept hold of the game. Even if they get a goal back, we should still have enough to hold on to that game. And we didn't. I did predict us to lose though, so I mean it is a bonus in that sense that we at least got a point. But being 2-0 up and how the game played out, I think for at least the first half we were very good. Maybe even into the hour mark I thought we were pretty good. So, but then after that, we resorted back to what we know of, just boring, slow, predictable football, fearful football, safety FC football. Coutinho made an impact when he came on, but Ramsey is someone I've been noticing for about a month now for Villa. Quality player. But we still should have enough in the tank and in the squad to get that result, and we didn't. So it feels like a loss. And I've said that a lot this season. A lot of the draws we've got feel like losses. So getting into the ratings, David De Gea once again making so many saves in the game. He was almost like an ice hockey goalkeeper in this one. A lot of saves with his legs and at weird angles. And I thought he did very well again. I don't think he's at fault for the goals. So David De Gea I thought was one of our better players once again. He gets a 7. Delo I thought didn't really do a lot going forward in this game. Defensively wasn't too bad. Was trying to make things happen on the ball, but just wasn't really working. But I'd give him above average with a 6. Thought he did okay. Varane I thought was solid at the back again. Made a lot of clearances, tried to progress play again. And I thought he was the best out of the defence. So Varane for me would get a 7. Solid game. Lindelof 6. I thought he was a little bit rocky in times, but still above average for me. And I feel like the goals that Villa scored came from the midfield. I don't think it's on the defence, to be honest. So Lindelof above average, he gets a 6. Tellez a 6 as well. Tried to make things happen like Deloded, but struggled going forward. And defensively, I thought he was okay. So for me, Tellez gets above average with a 6. Fred, I actually would give a 6 to as well. A lot of people gave him 4s. I do think that it's not good enough, that midfield, and the goals from Villa do come from that. But he was very positive in the game going forward for us. The goal which Bruno scored off the crossbar came from Fred pressing his man, and then it ended up at Bruno's feet. So for me, Fred was a huge part in that goal, and there was a few times going forward I thought he looked all right. So defensively not good, and that's nothing new. But I would give him a 6 above average because of affecting one of the goals that we got. He was involved in it, so I think he did all right. I think he was better than Matic. So Fred would get a 6. Matic to give an average to. Didn't really notice him a lot in the game. It wasn't a dominant performance from him, but it was an okay, sort of under the radar type of game. Thought he was pretty solid, but nothing out of the ordinary. Average of a 5 for Matic. Bruno, best I've seen him in ages, maybe this season. Obviously scored both the goals. The first goal was very lucky, a mistake from Martinez, but the second goal was good. And I thought going forward and on the ball he was good. He's still doing a lot of stuff off the ball, trying to get fouls and throwing his toys out of the pram, which I hate to see, even if he's playing well. I still don't like to see that, and trying to win fouls and acting like a little bitch when he's going down on the floor like he's just been shot. That's really annoying me with him. So regardless of how good you're playing when you've got the ball, when you that play acting stuff and the moaning and bitching he's doing all the time, I don't like. But for me, I thought he was very good in terms of on the ball yesterday, and obviously he gets both the goals. So Bruno for me is my man of the match. I'd give him an 8. Greenwood I'd give a 4. under average. I just think he was selfish once again. Multiple times he could pass it to someone and the person he should pass it to, and he doesn't. So for me, there's no excuse for that, and I don't think he had a good game. So Greenwood for me would get a 4. Cavani, I would also give a 4. I like Cavani a lot, but we're not seeing the same Cavani we saw last year. Even when he's on the ball, I'm on about. Off the ball, you're always going to get that work rate and his pressing and defensive work. He does that every single game without question, and he did in this one too. But on the ball, I think he's not the player he was last year, and I don't know why. Whether it's because he wants to leave so much and he's just not interested, or I don't know. But the quality isn't there that we saw from him last year, and he's struggling to get involved in games. He's not getting a lot of service, but the times he is getting on the ball, he's not doing anything with it. So Cavani for me gets a 4. Elanga, I thought was a bright spark again. I was delighted to see him start. I thought he was brilliant in the cup when he came on the other day. And he's doing so much more in that position than Rashford's done. And Sancho's been doing on his side. So Elanga, for me, was a very good player in this game. A highlight of the game for me, and was unfortunate not to get my man of the match. I did give my man of the match to Bruno. But if it hadn't have been Bruno, you could argue it could be De Gea as well and Varane. But I probably would have edged it to Elanga. But I would give it to Bruno with Elanga in a close second, because I thought he was really bright and positive. So Elanga, I just want to see more of it, and I hope he keeps getting the opportunities, because he's doing a lot more than Rashford's doing. So Elanga, for me, gets a 7. And then we had Sancho, Lingard and Donny as the substitutes. To be honest, they didn't have a great deal of time. I think Ranić, that is what he did get wrong in the game. Late substitutions, I don't know why he left it so late, and the fact Donny didn't really have a lot of time at all. I don't understand that, and I think that's one of the faults and errors he made, Ranić. So all the subs for me would get an average, didn't have a lot of time. And yeah, didn't affect the game. Ranić for me, I would give a 4, just below average. I think the first half, and arguably up to the hour mark for me, I think we were good and were the better team for most parts. But then Villa took over and could have ended up winning it in the end. So it's the consistency again. It's trying to grind out results in games, which we did under Ollie a few times, and we're not even getting that at the moment in terms of grinding out results when we're ahead. So that's worrying, but it was positive as well, because we did see at least half the game where we were on top, I thought. So there are positives in with the negatives, but there's still a lot of work to do. My man of the match would go to Bruno Fernandes, but there's a lot of work to be done. And obviously I predicted a loss, so it is a positive in that sense for me that we got a draw, but it still feels like a loss. Do you know what I mean? So swings and roundabouts. There's a lot coming out today with Martial and Ranić. Apparently Ranić wanted Martial in the squad involved, and he's saying that Martial refused to, but Martial's come out online and said that that's not the case and he didn't refuse to play. So who knows who's true in that? There's two sides to every story. I'm not going to point fingers at any one of them because we don't know the facts. But it just goes to show that there's more stuff that's going away from the actual result of the game and trying to distract us from the problems that already exist and that need addressing, more than whether or not Martial should have been in the squad. It is what it is. This is a media FC that we're doing, and it's creating a lot of problems. So, look, a draw, but we need to be winning these games when we're 2-0 up, home or away. So that was disappointing yesterday, but there are positives in it. Like I said, we did play well for parts, but we need that more consistently, obviously for 90 minutes in games to get results. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Let me know your ratings in the comments, and I'll be back soon. See you guys soon.